Hi, my name is Sabrina, and in this tutorial I'll show you how I made my Cortex plushie. This took me around 15 hours, including drawing the pattern, cutting everything, and sewing. The template is fairly easy to follow, so even if you're new to sewing, you should give it a go. So firstly, you'll need to download the template. The link will be in the description. Then after you cut out all the template pieces, start by tracing them onto the corresponding felt colour. As you can see in the photos, I've used a marker to trace around all of my pieces, and then I cut out the piece like that. But if you want, you can pin the pieces onto the felt and then cut around it so you don't have any texture on your felt pieces. Either way is okay, but if you use a marker, you need to flip the pieces over. For example, the arms and the body. If you trace around the template on the same side, it won't fit together at the end. So draw around the template on one side, then flip the template over and then trace again so that the pieces will fit together nicely. Also, with the black hair piece that you see now, you'll need one black strip of the whole length, and then you'll need two smaller black strips all the way up to that line, so 3 altogether. With the eyes, it's pretty straightforward. I've only included one template piece for both the white and the black, but you can cut both out at the normal size and then just trim down the white so you can see the black outline around it. So now we're going to begin with the sewing, and I've separated the body and the head into 2 separate parts just to make it a bit easier to follow. Start off making the body by sewing the N onto the body piece, and then follow by sewing the strip and the collar. Then sew the small white strips onto the sleeve of the body piece. Next, we're going to sew the arms. Make sure you put the 2 bad sides out and sew a blanket stitch around, and then all you need to do is flip it and stuff it. Then to attach the hands onto the body piece, insert it into the sleeve with the thumbs pointing down towards the feet, and then just do a blanket stitch around the outside. Then sew the 2 small grey squares onto the belt and one onto the strip on the body piece. So next we're going to go to the feet. I did this pattern myself, so it turned out a bit awkwardly. I don't know why, but if you find another pattern, you could probably use that. Otherwise you can follow what I did, but it is a bit complicated. So the first part is pretty straightforward. You just blanket stitch around the white leg pieces and then flip them out and attach the strip to make the cuff sort of look. With the red pieces, you just sew a blanket stitch around those, the smaller one with the larger red piece, and then you can attach it to the top of the shoe, which is the red oval shape. Trim a little bit off, as you can see in the photo, and then blanket stitch the red shoe piece to the black sole piece. So to finish off the foot, you'll just need to blanket stitch those 2 sections that haven't been sewn yet, just the ankle piece and the top of the foot, and then flip it out the right way and stuff it. Then I used a hidden stitch to attach the foot onto the leg piece. So to attach the legs to the body, you just need to put them inside the body as you did with the arms in the sleeves. Make sure the feet are facing up, so when you flip it out, they'll face forward normally. Just do a blanket stitch to attach them. So the body piece is pretty much done now. All you need to do is make sure you have it the wrong way out, and make sure the arms and the legs are tucked in. Then along the side of the body, just blanket stitch the 2 white pieces together, and do that on both sides of the body, and then make sure it's flipped the right way out. And I just did a ladder stitch along the top of the hand to the shoulder, and then you're pretty much done. All you have to do is just stuff it. Now we're up to the part that all makes it come together, which is the head. So this was the funnest part for me. I really enjoy doing faces. So I started off with sewing the N in the middle of the forehead, and then I sewed the pupil onto the white eyepiece, and then the white eyepiece onto the black eyepiece, and then the eyes onto the face, and then the eyebrows, which I thought looked so cute. And then I did the mouth neck, so the yellow piece I blanket stitched into the center of the black beard piece, and then I sewed the beard piece onto the face, also stuffing it really lightly just to give it a bit of depth to make it look like he had lips. And then I did the ears and nose and then stuffed them a little bit and then sewed them onto the face as well. At this point the face is done, so all you need to do now is attach the head together. So start off with that rectangular piece and do a blanket stitch along that, and then flip it the right way. Then the little hair piece, all you need to do is sew that with a blanket stitch, flip it the right way, stuff it, and then carefully sew it onto the top of the head so it's kind of in the middle of that stitch there. And to make it stand up, what I did is I stretched the thread and attached it into the beard so it kind of had that for support. Then the two longer rectangles, you just need to blanket stitch them onto the side of the face and then attach them also to the smaller rectangle at the top of the head. You might need to trim your rectangles a little bit just so it's symmetrical. Then with the hair, start off by using the longest part, sewing that to the back of the head. Sort of make it so it's hollow, so just sew along the top and the bottom so that you can stuff it lightly between the two pieces. Look at the photos if that doesn't really make sense. Then simply blanket stitch the two smaller black pieces onto that large piece and then flip it the right way and then stuff it a little bit. Then, as shown in the photos, just stitch the back and front head pieces together. Make sure you're stitching on the bad sides, and then as with the body, how you put all the arms and legs in, put the good hair pieces inside the head and then close up the two face pieces so that you've only got the bad sides out, and then blanket stitch all along the edges so that when you flip it out the hair sits on the outside. And to finish, all you need to do is stuff the head really well because he has a huge head, and then stitch the head onto the body. And this is what it looks like when it's finished. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and any suggestions for what I should make next. Thank you.